Hi everyone, Ann Varillo here with StampWithAnn.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Auburn, New York. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. It is Friday, June 20th. I can't believe we really are almost through June. But anyways, thanks for joining me today. If you guys are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe and then hit the little bell icon so you get notifications of when I go live or when I post new videos. And if you're watching me on Facebook and you're not following me, make sure you give me a follow on Facebook. And as always, thumbs up and share my videos too. I'd love to see it when people share my videos. Anywho, let's see. It is the end of the week, and so hi, Claudia. Hi. I am finishing off my card class kit to go for this week, and it's been a lot of fun. They're super easy cards, but I'm featuring the Arched Wishes stamp set, and I'm using the Everyday Arches dies with it. So I'm die cutting all these arches for everybody that places the order to get the free card kit. But anyways, we've been having a lot of fun this week. I did go live Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. But next week, I should be back on my normal schedule of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, lives at 11 o'clock. So I hope you guys join me. And if you're watching today, right now, go ahead and leave me a message and talk to me. I like to hear people when they join, and we can have a little bit of a chit chat. And also, if you're watching the replay, don't forget to comment and let me know where you're watching from. And I always like to know the weather. I'm a big weather girl because up in central New York, we only get a short couple of months for summer, and we kind of haven't hit it yet. But I hear next week's supposed to be in the high 90s, mid 90s. And I can't wait because I want to take the boat out and I want to go on the lake. So anywho, let's get started. I'm going to pop you down to my craft table. Okay, so here is the stamp set that we're using. Isn't this cute? I love it. Now this is great if you're a beginner stamper or even advanced. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. I love the cupcake, the balloon, the sentiments. I especially love the streamer. Wednesday I made a card with the streamer and I love how it came out. So that's the stamp set, and this is part of our March online exclusives, and the stamp set is $25. And then here's the Everyday Arches. These are the dies that I'm using for this class kit to go. And if you're not familiar with my card class kit to go, every week I feature either a stamp set or a bundle. And if you make a purchase in my online store for $45, I send you a kit that includes 6 projects. So that's 2 of each design. You'll get all the cardstock, the designer series paper, envelopes. Hi, Amy. Happy Friday to you too. You'll get, I score everything for you. So it's just a really good deal if you want to take advantage of all the card cut and designer series paper or cardstock, and also envelopes, because our envelopes are the greatest. But anywho, let me quickly show you the cards that we've done so far. So this was the one we did on Monday, Make a Wish. It's just got the little cupcake and the candle. Another thing you can do with this, if you wanted to not die cut, but fussy cut this cupcake out, you could do that. And then you can simply stamp the candle on another piece of white cardstock, fussy cut them out, and then put all the candles right behind here too. So that's another cute idea. And then on the inside, I just used the sentiment, Happy Birthday. So that was that card. Wednesday, we did this one with the banners. Isn't it cute? I love it. I love this wildflower birthday designer series paper as well. And then I fussy cut the sentiment out. And then on the inside, I just used the same sentiment, Make a Wish, with a couple balloons. So real simple cards. This one we're going to do today. This one is using the other big sentiment and then the balloons. And I'll show you what I did, because this is, you can kind of tell, this is designer series paper. So I used the beautiful Boca, is that how you say it? I don't even know. But I used that designer series paper to create this card, and I'll show you how I did that. And then on the inside, I just incorporated a little strip of the designer series paper, again with the happy birthday, and then confetti and stars. I just thought, oh, I'll just dress it up a little bit on the inside. So this is the one we're going to make today. And in your card kit, you're going to get all these little supplies ready to go. So I include all this DSP. Now I did cut an extra arched die because in case I make a mistake on this sentiment, it's a long one, so I just wanted to make sure I got it right, and I'm sure I will. Anywho, and then here's the inside panel and the little bit of designer series paper. So I'm going to do it a little different today. We're going to do the inside panel. So I just want to take some multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this down on the side, and then we'll just stamp the inside. I have customers that they like to get these kits in the mail because it is easy, you know, for your crafting. And sometimes they don't have the bundle, but they've used what's ever in their stash. And they've sent me pictures of the cards they've created, which is super cute. And I love to see those because it gives me other ideas too. So I'm just going to snip that off. It was a little too long. So we're going to do that. And then let's see, what did I do in the middle? Okay, happy birthday. So I used Balmy Blue. So let me get that ink out for us right here. And I'm just going to take this, I'm going to do it like this. And don't forget, guys, we still have the sweet kit sale going on. So it's a buy one, get one 50% off. So that's through, I think it's there 31 days in June or 30. I think it's through the 31st, right? Okay, so we're just going to stamp that on the inside here. There we go. Here, but clean that stamp off. And now we'll stamp the confetti. I'm just going to stamp it a couple times here. In fact, let me grab this. I kind of like to stamp off the page. Yeah, I'll put another one right here. There we go. Clean that off. You don't have to stamp the little confetti or the stars, or you could do whatever you like, whatever suits your fancy. But I like to kind of incorporate the stamps that are in the stamp set in the card. Hi, Karen. 30 days. Thank you. I always forget. I know there's some kind of like rhyme or saying that goes along with how many days are in each month. My husband knows it. I don't. Oops, I'm out of camera. So we're just going to stamp randomly the little star, my little yellow stars. And I think that's good. So the sweet sale ends on the 30th, which means I'm going to go buy some more stuff. Oops, my little star came off. I hope you guys have some good plans for the weekend. Put that aside. And now we're going to this is Daffodil Delight. Kind of similar to the new In Color Darling Duckling, but this is a little bit brighter. So I'm going to make sure I burnish that side real well, the score line. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on the inside. And we're just going to use our glue. Yes, 30 days have September, April, June, and November. Okay, there you go. That's what my husband always says to me. So the last day is Monday, June 30th. And tomorrow is the last day to place an order in my online store to get your free card kit. I usually run my my special card kit, free card kit with an order Sunday through Saturday. And then I ship them out on Tuesdays. So that's our inside. So let's go ahead and work on the outside. So first we're going to put our designer series paper on here. Now, I typically will leave kind of my crafting thing. I usually leave a border. Most of the time I do. But I just wanted something different. So I cut this piece at 5.5 by 4.25. So it covers up that whole panel of Daffodil Delight. So we're going to go ahead and just put this on the front here. Super easy. Yes, Claudia, better to have than to want. I agree. Okay, that is pretty paper. That beautiful bow coat, isn't it pretty? Okay, so now we're going to take this piece and let's see. I've already got this mounted. So here's the stamp, and I mounted it. I have to use this big block for it. I couldn't find another block that it would fit on properly. Okay, so again, when I have big blocks like this and a big long stamp, I turn this block over and I take my stamp pad and just go along the side like this. It helps control the ink onto your stamp, and it's actually easier to apply the ink. Now let's hope I can get, this is such a big block. So I'm taking it like this, and I want to get it over to the side, and hopefully I'll get it straight. If my thing is straight here. Let's see. Okay. You don't want to rock these stamps either. There we go. Cheers to you. Let me clean that off. The reason why you don't want to rock these stamps, you really don't want to rock stamps a lot, unless they're real tiny and they're the photopolymer, is because you can transfer the ink from the sides here. So we're just going to clean that off. Let's flip this over so I can remind myself what I'm doing. Oh, one of the other things I did, and you guys probably, if you've watched me a lot before, hi Joan from Washington. I'm so happy you're here. Happy Friday. I have a problem with white space. Don't ask me why, I just do. So I splattered a little bit of ink from my Stampin' blends on here, and I made a mistake. I actually added some more when it was on the card base, so you can see I got a little bit of splatter over here. So today I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put it on there until I'm satisfied. But I'll go ahead and just use, I'm using these three colors, Balmy Blue, Daffodil Delight, and Calypso Coral. A lot of people don't like to do this because they say it wears out their tips. If you don't do it all the time, it's kind of okay, but you just got to be gentle. And I just kind of splatter it just around. So there's that. I'll bring it up to the camera. You'll be able to see it a lot better. Now this is the Calypso Coral, and you just want to, It's kind of like confetti falling on the balloons. That's how I envisioned it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of Daffodil Delight. You just move your pen around the paper and you flick it. So you flick as much as you want on there. So this is kind of how it turns out. Oh, I got a real yellow cast on my thing. So that kind of gets rid of my, oh, I forgot to get my balloon out. The other alternative you could do is to use the confetti on this if you wanted to. So now I need a stamp for, I can use my other one. I can use this one. So here's the balloon. And I'm going to need this again. Sorry, that's a little loud. So I'm just going to use Tuxedo Black ink. And I'm going to stamp the balloons. Randomly. Not randomly. What do you call it? You know what I mean. Okay, so here's one. And I'm just going to bring this down a little bit and over towards the sentiment. And I'll do it again. And this one I want it to be a little higher. So I'm going to put this up a little bit higher. There we go. And this one is going to be a little lower. There we go. So there's our balloons, but this is the other little trick I did. So I'm taking these pieces of scrap designer series paper and we are going to stamp the balloon. And I primarily just want the top part, but stamp it wherever you want. So there's one. Here's two. Okay. And then we'll stamp it on the blue one. Just like so. That was kind of a big piece. I would cut that in half. Okay, so we're done with our Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to clean this stamp off. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to fussy cut that top out. I need to put my glasses on so I can see this good. Okay. Joan, you like fussy cutting, right? I don't. Everybody knows I don't. But I gotta practice. I gotta practice it. I guess I could have cut these three out without you having, or at least two of them out. But now you're stuck with me watching me fussy cut balloons on a Friday morning. Okay, I'll try to go faster. But I don't want the string. I just want the top part of this balloon. So I'm going to snip it down at the end. There we go. There's one. Here's two. You could also do this with other patterned paper. Different patterned paper. with different designs. But I chose this because it's part of that beautiful bokeh, that's how you say it, paper. Plus I like these, they're like, whatever you call it, dots. Oh, see, I'm really messing this one up. I gotta leave some of that black border on there. Maybe it'd be better if I stopped talking and concentrate on my fussy cutting. Since I'm not great at it, that's fine. Okay, one more, then we'll be done. Okay. They tell me the trick is to move your paper, not so much the scissors. I follow Jamie, I can't say her last name, Jamie B. She's awesome. I met her on stage, and she is a fantastic fussy cutter. I don't know how she does it. Okay, there's the third one. All right. So to make this real cute, we're just going to stick these up on dots. Stampin' Dimensionals. So just take my yellow one, and you're just going to put it right over the balloon. You could color these balloons in too if you wanted to. With your Stampin' Dimensionals. Let me make sure I got that good. Yep. Okay. One more Stampin' Dimensional. All right, here we go. Nope, I gotta move that a little bit. So sometimes if you get, well, you can't really tell. I can tell down here underneath. You can always use take your pick tool and lift that dimensional up. Don't try to rip it off, because it's not going to work. You're going to rip your paper. There. Oh, I need that still. Okay, last but not least. Oh, you know what I want to do? I did this the other day. I was working on this. I want to put this on my card right now. So let's go ahead and adhere it. If you don't have these arched, everyday arches dies, get them. I love them. I've seen so many creative ways to use them. So I'm just going to put that right here. Oh, you know what I did? Ah, stupid me. Thanks, Amy. Great job fussy cutting. I forgot. I stuck this up on dots. So now I just glued this down. But it's okay. I still have some dimension with the balloons being put up on dimensionals. Okay, let's add a bow. Now I'm using this Baker's Twine 3-color pack. This is on the last chance list, and I think it was $4. But I love these colors. They went with this came with the Hot Air Balloon Suite from last year's catalog. And I really liked it. So, okay, I'm just gonna cut this in half. Tie my little Baker's Twine. And I made it too long, but that's okay. I just snip off the ends here. Okay, let's get that down a little bit. That's about right. Okay, and then I'm going to snip the ends off. I don't want it too long. You can see me snip these. That's about right. There we go. Then I'll just take a little mini glue dot. I'm going to put that right down there. I try to make sure I keep it away from the sentiment, and that's fine. And then lastly, we got to get some bling to our card. So I'm going to use the, this is the adhesive backed pearl trio. I think these might be on last chance too. I don't know. I didn't look before I started. Does it say they're on last chance? No, they're not. They're still available. Just the string was. I put that down in my notes. Okay, I'm going to use the Calypso Coral. I only have 3 left. So one there, and we'll stick one, let's stick one down here. And that, friends, is our card, our last card. I didn't do a fun fold today, sorry, but that's the last one. And then we had these other 2 in our card kit class to go. So aren't they just adorable? Yes, Amy, you're correct. Since the twine was part of the suite, it's buy one for $4.80 and get another for $2.40. You're right, because it is on last chance. And I'm telling you, the suite sale is so awesome because if you want like 2 different designer series paper, let me flip you back up here. If you want 2 different designer series paper that were in a suite, and you can buy one and then the other one you can get at half off. So that's really a good deal. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, so those are our cards. And for anybody watching the replay, if you are watching it today, Friday the 20th or Saturday the 21st, you can still place an order and get the free kit that includes 6 projects, 2 of each design. So have a great weekend, everybody. I will see you next Monday at 11. And I haven't figured out what bundle I'm using yet. I'm thinking about the sailboat one, but I have to go back and look. I'll probably be designing them over this weekend. So have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks, Amy. Thanks for joining. Bye.